Hello, everyone. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on which time zone you're in. Today, we'll be covering the integration of Zoho Survey with Zoho CRM. So, what essentially you'll be learning is knowing how to handle customer feedback when you get it from Zoho Survey, and how to push that data into Zoho CRM, and how to use your customer feedback within Zoho CRM. So today we have Suganthan, who will be showing you the demo of the product. So I'm going to hand over the controls to him. And we also have Karthikeyan, who will be helping you answer any questions that you have regarding the CRM integration with Zoho Survey. We also have Abdul and Faris on hand to answer any of your questions. Further ado, I'm going to hand over the controls to Suganthan, and he is going to take over from here.
Thank you, Krishna. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining the Zoho Survey and Zoho CRM Integration webinar. I thank you once again for joining us and giving your precious time to help you serve the way what we do. Basically, with Zoho Survey and with Zoho CRM, why you need to integrate both these platforms. It's basically the survey takes care of the feedback collections, whereas the CRM can take care of the database. So we'll look into the next slide. What is the actual purpose? Like, we had an overview. Now, what all you could do with the Zoho survey and with the CRM integration. First, with the help of the responses, you can create a new lead based upon the responses what you get. So it's not just a lead. You can choose which particular module in CRM you'd like to push the responses of survey. The next option would be like, if you already have the respondents information within the CRM, you can update the existing profile with the help of their answers. And once it gets updated, we can also check the history, like the number of surveys which is being sent to the participants. And you can even look at the responses within the CRM profile. So on a long run, maybe in a year's time, let's say you had conducted 10 surveys and you need to check the answers of all the 10 surveys of a particular respondent. So on this case, the Zoho survey and the Zoho CRM integration will do the magic in displaying all the responses, and it will be really easy for you to analyze. If not, if in case you haven't done the integration, then you need to get into the survey reports and check for the answers manually or by searching it one by one. So that could be a bit of headache. To avoid all these things, these platform will help you in achieving your requirements with ease. So what we saw till now is for your benefit. Now, what could be done for the respondents? Like, what are the benefits will they get when the survey is integrated with Zoho CRM? Basically, when a survey is sent from CRM, you can personalize the survey form just because you already know about them, like their name, their email, or from which company they are. And just because we know this, we can pull those informations from CRM and display it on the survey. And you can save time for the respondents. So just by answering the questions which you don't have, they'll be able to leave a feedback and that will get updated. For reference, you have a question within your survey named as contact number, and you could have their previous number, which is no longer in use. So when the old number is being pre-populated in the survey form, when they open up, they could modify the answer with their latest number, and that will also get reflected to your CRM. So it's not just collecting a feedback, and it will also keep your database up to date within Zoho CRM. And please make a note that the user interface of Zoho Survey and Zoho CRM could be of a slight difference depending upon the subscription plan what you're using. So for now, we'll be showing the demo on the Zoho One platform. If in case you have the CRM Plus, there could be a slight difference. We see what is the difference here. In CRM Plus, this is the UI where you're going to see within the survey. On the left, you have the options to switch tabs easily within the CRM Plus to choose which particular product you'd like to get into. But whereas in Zoho One, you'll get into the individual products directly in new tabs. And this is the difference between the CRM Plus and Zoho One. Whereas the options, what we are going to show you, will remain to be the same. It's only the slightest difference in the UI, and please make a note of it. So that's it. And we are about to begin the actual demo of the survey and CRM integrations. So hope everyone is able to see my screen, and we'll take up an event feedback survey. So with this survey, I have pre-built the survey with few questions asking for the name, company name, email address, and like were you satisfied with the presentation during the event. Now, as far as the survey and CRM integrations are concerned, we will start with all the options which is available. So to integrate your survey with CRM, go to the hub and within integrations, choose Zoho Survey and integrate. And over here, you can choose on which particular module in CRM you'd like to push the responses of survey. So I'll choose leads for now and click on next. So you can map the survey questions over here with the Zoho CRM field. So I'll choose the survey question, the last name with the name, the company with the company name, and I can choose other questions as well, like the email address and like were you satisfied. So you can check for the right field what you have in the CRM to get this particular question being updated. If in case you don't have something, you can create a new custom field within the CRM to make sure that gets the right option to push the survey data into CRM. If in case you want the responses to be updated in Zoho CRM as an attachment, yes, you can enable this option and click on save. Now we need to make sure whether the responses are going to go to our own Zoho CRM account. To make sure, we need to go into the CRM, and from your CRM, click on the settings icon on the top right and choose Zoho under Marketplace. Within Zoho, you'll have all the applications which is available in Zoho One. Now we'll go and set up our Zoho survey. And when you click on it, this will be displayed. Get started now. So you can choose which particular account of survey needs to be integrated with CRM. If you're going to use the same account, the same email address, please click on please configure the current account. If in case you have your Zoho survey account with your personal email address and the Zoho CRM account in a different, maybe your company's email address. On that case, you need to use the other account and enter the ZSE key. So what is the ZSE key is, come back to your survey and click on the profile picture on the top right and choose setup. Scroll down and you get the ZSE key option over here. Copy this ZSE key and go back to your CRM, paste it over here, and you can enter the email address of your survey account so that it gets integrated. So we'll go with my current account and click on submit, and it's integrated. So it's a one-time procedure. So if in case you already have, if you have done this before, please ignore it. If you're new here, you need to do it up. So if it's integrated, it will be we'll have it in the name of manage. If it's not integrated, it would be like setup now. So that's the difference. Now we'll come back to the survey and go to the hub. So the mapping is done. So we'll give it a try by answering the survey. To answer the survey, go to the launch and publish it. By publishing, we'll have a link to the survey. I'll quickly answer it. And I'll click on submit. So the feedback is being submitted. Now we can check for the responses to be updated in CRM. Even before going there, we can go to the hub and we can directly check whether the responses has been pushed to CRM or not with the help of CRM Sync Statistics. And you see under successful, it's 1. So it seems to be pushed. Now let's go to the CRM, and under leads, we see the profile is created over here with the help of our response. So the field which is being mapped, the email, got updated over here, the name and the company. So basically, with a response, a lead can be created. Now, what else you can do with the survey and CRM integration? You have a dedicated Zoho survey section for every profile. So this will be available only if you integrate your survey with CRM like we did before. And from here, when you're going to send a survey to your existing leads, then the survey will get listed here. So to do that, we need to create a template and share it to the existing profiles. Let's do that. To create a template, click on the settings, go to templates under customization, and a new template. So you need to choose the module. If you're going to send it to leads, choose it as leads. For other modules, please select the concern module. And I'll start with a blank template. The template name is Event Feedback Survey. And this is the space where you can create your email body content like welcome. Please take a few minutes to help us get more information about you by clicking here. So this is the option to insert the survey link on the top right. Click on it and you'll be able to select the survey. Make sure you choose the survey which is being integrated. So if you had already mapped the survey with the leads module, it will be available here. And text to display, I'll choose it as here and click on insert. For now, we'll save this template. And we are good to share the survey template with the respondents. So it's not just like a single person. You can select any number of people in your lead, and that will help in getting the job done easily. Like you can send mass emails, like not to send one by one for every single person. You can even schedule the email, like maybe you don't want to send it right away. You can schedule with the date and time and click on send. So we have 3 emails to be sent. Now let's get into this profile again. Under Zoho survey section, you see the survey is being listed over here. And under response, it shows as yet to respond. Yet to respond will turn out to be view response when the response is being submitted by the respondent. We'll wait for the mail to reach our inbox. In meantime, we'll look into other options and get back to answer the survey. So this is one way of getting the surveys updated, so you can keep a track of the number of surveys which is being sent to the respondents, and you can directly look at their answers. Now, within the survey and CRM integration, you see there are two other options over here. One is to add a record. Over here, add or update record is. Now, how this works is like with the help of email address, we'll be able to look if the profile is already available. If yes, it will update the profile. If the email address doesn't match, then it will create a new lead. So this can be utilized to do both the job. Why do you need the update record? So update record comes to help you in pre-filling the information. Like we had a look at the slides in the presentation. To do that, choose update record and enable this pre-populate survey answers with the information in CRM. So if in case there are answers available, like the name, the company, the email, all these details are available, then we could easily pre-fill these informations. And let me click on save. But in order to get all these informations done, the only option for you is to share the survey from CRM by creating a template like we did now. If in case you're going to share the survey using this link and you had opted for this update record pre-populate, then the integration will be failed. The reason is we need the record ID, like the lead ID and the lead email address, which will be automatically appended at the end of the survey link. Let me check if we have received the email. Yes, we have. So this is the link, and at the end of the link, you see there is the Zoho CRM leads, and these are the values which are being encrypted. So with the help of the Zoho CRM uh, email address and with the lead ID, the survey is being pre-filled. Just because we changed the details to update and pre-populate, it got pre-filled by pulling the information from CRM. If in case I'm going to change the details, it will also get updated. Now click on submit. The response is being submitted. Now, within your survey reports as well, you can look at the answers. It's not just CRM. Within a survey, we'll be able to list out the responses along with your email address. Okay, no issues. I'll just show those informations in the next couple of minutes. So let it get loaded. Now we'll come back to the CRM leads, and this is yet to respond. Now make sure you refresh this to get our responses updated within the CRM. Now under leads, you see the responses tab has been updated. Now click here to view the response. And this is the response of mine. You can check the IP address, the completion date and the time taken to complete the survey. So the email address will be captured by default within the survey, even if you're not going to ask for it when the survey is being sent from CRM. And all the answers can also be viewed. If in case you want, you can export the reports into a PDF as well from here. So this is one way of pushing your responses, and you can have a track at the responses, and that would be a very handful feature for you to integrate the survey with Zoho CRM. Now let's just come over here and see under the update record, what if in case you're not going to send it via Zoho CRM, and what's going to happen if you're just going to share this link. Let me quickly answer it. And within the hub, go to the CRM Sync Statistics, and you see the responses got failed. And the reason for the failed reason is record ID is not available. So when the survey is being sent from CRM, you see these parameters are available. So these are the parameters. Without these, it's not possible to push the responses back to the CRM. You can only have those informations within your survey. So that's the reason it is mandatory for you to create a template. So what if in case you have the surveys embedded on your website and still you want the responses to be captured? On that case, all you can do is the field mapping. Instead of update record, use add or update and save it. So the profile can get updated, but not the Zoho survey related list. So you don't want to use CRM and still you want to get the responses pushed to the related list. The other option is to utilize Zoho Campaigns. So the Zoho Campaigns has the option to sync your CRM leads or contacts into it, where you can directly send out the surveys from Zoho Campaign. We'll be looking at the Zoho campaign, the Zoho survey integrations in our next webinar. So just to let you know that the CRM is not the only option to get this satisfied, whereas using Zoho campaigns as well, you can achieve it. So basically, we had a look at creating a survey, like how to map the survey fields with the CRM and how to push the responses back. Just for reference, you want, let's say you don't have a question within your survey asking for a company name. I'll just go and delete this one. And still, you want to map some question because the company is a mandatory field within the Zoho CRM. To avoid these issues, what can be done is click on the select question dropdown and scroll down to the bottom. Over here, you can utilize the direct field value. So whatever value you're going to pass over here, that will get updated to all the respondents. For reference, you can use this for event with event satisfaction. So this will get updated within the CRM. So it's not just to have this as a compensation without having a question. You can also utilize this like you are running the survey and you want to know the survey was conducted on which particular event. So you can give the name of the event over here and you can map it with the CRM field. So uh, when you go into a profile, you'll be able to have a look at it like, okay, this person has attended this event. That's the reason of creation or updation of the profile. So the direct field options can also be used in this method. The major concern when most of the time the issues which could come is the responses are not being updated from Zoho survey to CRM. Just check what went wrong within your survey by looking into the CRM Sync Statistics. Successful, no issues. Failed, you can look at the reason. But what is this untried? So this happens when your survey has more than one page and people may leave the survey in between without completing it. On that case, we'll not be able to push the responses to Zoho CRM. Let's give it a try over here. I'll add one more page. Did you like this webinar? You can have the choices like yes or no and save. Now let's go and answer the survey. And click next. So if I'm going to close the survey right over here without submitting, my response will be recorded under reports, and this will not be a completed response. It will be a partial response. So the partial responses doesn't get integrated with CRM automatically. But if in case you still want to push the responses, like whatever information you have, still you want to create a profile or you want to update that with CRM, go to the hub and CRM Sync. Okay, let me refresh it once. Under untried, so this will fall under the untried. You can click on the sync all if there are going to be many responses, or just click on the sync, and we'll try to push the responses to CRM if the respondent has given the answers for the mandatory fields of CRM. If yes, no issues. If not, it will go to the fail, and you can't further push the responses of survey to Zoho CRM. So this is what basically the CRM Sync Statistics will display, and you can integrate the survey with any particular module. It's leads is being used for new customers and contacts. You can the ones who purchases your product, they can be converted into a contact. So every module in CRM has its own purpose. You need to choose the right one, or you can even have a custom module being built within the CRM for your different requirements. So that's all about the features what we were looking to cover during this webinar. So thank you everyone for joining us over here, and we are available 24/5 for the Zoho survey, and you can drop your questions anytime. And I would really appreciate if you could follow us on our social media, like the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. It would be of great help. Trishna, please take over.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We've had a great time, and I hope this session was useful for you. So, good night and have a good day.